Hey guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Anil. Welcome, subscribe, and like this stream. Make sure you stick around. We have a lot to talk about today. We're going to be talking about Wendy Williams, Tami Roman, Chloe Bailey, and Summer Walker. And I hope everyone's been having a good day. Mine's been okay. I feel like it could have been better, but you can't complain, can you? We're alive. I'm going to be 30 on Saturday. And I feel like there's something I should be doing to celebrate, but I'm not in a celebratory mood. So, live streaming it is. I'm going to be probably going live for my birthday, so make sure you guys are back. It's on the 27th of November. So let's get into why we're here. We're going to be talking about Summer Walker first, because Summer Walker has decided that she is going to get a matching face tattoo with her boo. And Summer already has face tattoos, as does her boyfriend. So I guess it's not that shocking. It's just that why tattoo a man's name, or in his case, a woman's name on your face? As we've come to know, relationships these days last as long as a hairstyle. But Summer here has decided that she's going to put a face tattoo with Larry's name. And boy, Summer, let's just hope that this doesn't go the same as your previous relationship with London on the Track, because you're going to be looking real silly to have Larry tattooed on your face and the relationship goes south. But Drake said, tap my fucking name so I know it's real. So I guess Summer and Larry know it's real. Where is it? Yes. So this is Summer and Larry's matching face tattoo, guys. And it is interesting. So I don't know what really could inspire you to do something like this, other than it has to be pure love. Larry is actually an old boyfriend of Summer Walker's, because a lot of people were saying, but you haven't been with him that long, why are you getting a face tattoo? But Larry actually clarified and said, like, I've been here. I've been here. So he's an old boyfriend of Summer. And obviously she split from her boyfriend, London on the Track, also her baby daddy. And from what I know, she never tattooed anything to do with London on the Track on her body. Maybe she did, and I'm just not aware. But Summer is saying this is real. So Larry is apparently a rapper. He started his Instagram page in 2019, so I'm thinking he's probably relatively new. Being with Summer is obviously going to give him a lot of clout. When you actually go onto Larry's Instagram, he is absolutely in love with Summer. Most of the posts that you find on Larry's Instagram are dedicated to Summer. We love it. Can't hate on a man for loving on his woman. And you see, he's saying relationship advice, marry your best friend. So obviously Summer and Larry feel like they're best friends, soulmates, tattooists, tattoo mates. So I guess no one can complain about that one. Oop. Sorry, guys. So obviously it seems to be that the two of them are deeply in love. I'm going to click on this video only because I like it. Yes, Summer, throw that ass back. Yes. Just to read through some of the comments. Eternal love wins. Yes, sir. I'm extra happy for you, buddy. Happy for y'all, bro. My dog. I mean, the comments are all love. That's cute. Let's hope this lasts, because relationship these days, everyone feels like the next person is just disposable. Oh, you're pissing me off, I can get a new one of you on some dating app. You know what I mean? No one puts in the effort to make sure that relationships last these days. So hopefully what we're going to be seeing with Summer and Larry is that the tattoos fade long before the relationship. You know what I mean? And I really do hope that's the case. They look cute together. Can't complain about that. Yeah, that was just a really quick talking point because there's not much to say. I don't know if I would tattoo someone's name on my body. If anyone else feels like, oh my gosh, what do you mean? I have Thomas, Harry, Derek, James, all of these names on my body and I have no regrets. Please let me know in the comments. And also, if you've done a tattoo with your partner's name, do you regret it? The closest I have to a partner tattooed on my body is this over here. And this is a tattoo I have just from dedication to my boyfriend that I was with that passed away. This is his star sign constellation. 11. I'm born in the 11th month, and we had a thing for 11/11. And then obviously over here is the symbol for Sagittarius, which is mine. So it's almost like a connection, you know? So I'm not completely against tattooing something for your significant other. It's just like on your face, girl. I guess there's makeup. There's makeup. There has to be makeup. So let's talk about Tami Roman. If you watched my last live, you know that I was talking about Tami Roman and her telling her husband that, you know what, boo? I'm going to give you a year or two. You go find someone. You go have a relationship with that someone. Let me backtrack. She never said go have a relationship, but that's basically what was going to happen when you send your man away for 2 years. But she was basically telling him to go away, get someone pregnant, and then come back to her. While I was talking about it, I was saying it sounds like Tami's not really interested in having a baby. It more so sounds like Tami is focused on Tami and her career. Well, lo and behold, Tami was on another episode of The Real, and Tami came back to say that she's ill. She's been suffering. And it's kind of along the lines of what everyone was thinking, because her pictures recently, she's been really, really, really skinny. She looks emaciated. She looks malnourished. She looks like she needs food and water, basically, right? And that's not to knock it and say that, you know, people can't look like that ordinarily, but when she went from being a average weight woman to significantly slimmer, obviously warning bells started going off in everyone's head. So we're gonna watch a clip of Tami on The Real where Tami confesses to having body dysmorphia, and then we're gonna talk about it. Let me just get the clip up for you guys. Sorry guys, just need to change the audio quickly.
Okay, let's talk about something that surprisingly many people struggle with: body dysmorphic disorder. Now, the Mayo Clinic describes it as an illness that causes a person to obsess about their looks and perceive flaws. A study published in the National Institutes of Health states that body dysmorphia cases are on the rise, and there is a clear correlation between the increase in the effects of social media. Ladies, have you ever found yourself being overly critical when it comes to your physical appearance, even when your loved ones tell you there's nothing wrong with how you look? Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
You want to talk about your?
No, I think women in general, there's so much pressure put on us about what we look like.
Yes.
And we have social media that just piles it on times 10. There's so many things that we look at that are just unrealistic for some of us. How do you feel?
Well, for me, it's very close to home, and it's something that I don't talk about often. So this is like the first time, because I feel comfortable enough to talk with you ladies about it. But I suffer from body dysmorphia
disorder. And I've been dealing with it since I was 13 years old.
Wow.
And so a lot of people don't know it's either hereditary or genetic or comes from a negative experience where your self-image has been annihilated. And for me, when I was 13 years old, I wanted to be a model. You know, we're from New York. I was tall, I was 5'9", I was thin. And I went to this agency and walked in, and that lady ripped me to shreds. I thought I was perfect, 5'9", less than 120 pounds. Assuredly, they're going to sign me. And she literally stood me in front of a mirror and said, you've got back folds, you've got fat over your knees, you know, you need to do something with your chin, your breasts are sagging. And I went home that night, and from that moment, every time I looked at myself in the mirror, I could find something wrong with myself. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to deal with it. I just knew, well, I've got to get skinnier. I've got to make myself smaller. I want to be a model. And so I started abusing laxatives. I started not eating. I started throwing up. I started doing everything that I could think of to do to be as skinny as I could possibly be, being obsessive about my weight loss. People don't realize that's why I got my mouth wired in 1993 to be skinny when I was already skinny.
Right.
And so now today at 50 years old, I've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And so my weight fluctuates with that. And you couple that with the disorder. And it's a hard thing to manage. And people don't understand what it is to be a person with this disorder, particularly dealing with the weight issues, because they leave negative comments or what they feel are negative comments. But for me, my mind has such a warped sense of perception. It's a compliment. Tammy, you look too frail. Tammy, you look like a bobblehead. Tammy, you look skinny. In my mind, that goes, well, I'm on the right track. I'm getting skinny. And then I don't know when to stop.
So you're not, let me be clear, you're not hurt by the comments. You're more like, your
I'm
brain.
like, you think I'm a bobblehead? My legs are, you know, I look frail. You know, it's so warped that what you guys feel I look like or what you see is not what I see.
What do you see?
I like being skinny. If I could lose 10 more pounds, 20 more pounds, to me, it would be perfect. Am I sick? No, I'm not in terms of my health sick. Am I mentally not okay? Yes, I've been diagnosed with body dysmorphic disorder. That is a mental disorder that is not curable. It takes a lot for me to get up every single day and go, Tammy, you look great. Tammy, you're pretty. Tammy, you're beautiful. Tammy, you don't need to lose any more weight. Tammy, you don't need to do anything. It takes a lot for me to do that.
Are you getting some professional help, Tammy?
I was diagnosed in 2008. I had to go to therapy, and anybody that has this disorder has to go to behavioral therapy because they have to unlearn things that they've been
All right, so I decided to stop this here for a minute because I want to talk about the video so far. So Tami said that she's been diagnosed with body dysmorphia disorder. She began suffering from it at the age of 13 when she was pursuing modeling, and basically she went to a casting agent and they tore her to pieces, telling her that this part of your body's fat, that part of your body's fat, and it put her into the negative mindset. Now, after this, she's saying that she started abusing laxatives, she started being bulimic, and she started also being anorexic. So a combination of eating disorders developed out of this body dysmorphia. On top of that, Tami also has type 2 diabetes, and she's saying with the type 2 diabetes, she can't keep weight on. I know you guys saw me laughing before, but I wasn't laughing at what Tami was saying. I was laughing at the bobblehead comment. That bit was funny. Tami is saying that the negative comments that she sees online actually reinforce how she wants to move ahead with her body dysmorphia. When she sees people calling her skinny, it's almost as though it's giving her encouragement. When people are saying, girl, you look like you're about to drop dead, she feels like that is a compliment. Like, Tami feels good seeing those comments, right? I think the issue I have with this whole video with Tami is that Tami is basically leading with, I have body dysmorphia, where I think Tami should lead with saying, I have body dysmorphia and it's led me to have a serious negative relationship with food, right? It's led me to have an eating disorder, because let's be real. Yes, she has body dysmorphia, but Tami, by her own admission, has an eating disorder, right? She said she's abused laxative. She said she's gone ahead and made herself bulimic. She's gone ahead and made herself anorexic because of the body dysmorphia. And I think the whole conversation on the reel is leading with body dysmorphia, but not leading with the fact that Tami has an eating disorder. Even when Lonnie asked her, like, is she in treatment? And she is not in treatment. Like, girl, it shows that you're not in treatment. You need to go back and go get treatment, right? Let's listen to the rest of the video.
Channeling within their mind and convincing themselves of however long they've been dealing with the disease, with the disorder. Mm-hmm. And for me, that's what I had to go through. I had to stop. This is a lot of my business. This is TMI.
No, but it's so real. And I want you to know that whether or not a woman has been diagnosed, we all can relate to some level.
Okay, Adrian.
So I watched this before, and I'm going to be honest. When Adrian said we can all relate on some level, yes, we can all relate on some level, because we live in a consumer society. For them to sell us beauty products, they have to make us believe that we aren't as beautiful as we should or could be, right? So Adrian isn't saying anything that most of us aren't thinking. But again, the conversation here should not be about just body dysmorphia. Tami is sitting here looking like she's looking like she's on her last prayer. Yeah. And instead, we're here nursing the conversation around, oh, Tami, you know, everyone has body issues. Yes, everyone has body issues, but Tami's is manifesting in a way that it's potentially seriously harmful. Like, a lot of people don't understand that you can actually lose your life to eating disorders. It's a serious health condition, both mentally and physically. It takes a toll on the body. So I understand that Adrian wants to point out that everyone has an issue with their self-image, but the larger conversation here is Tami has an eating disorder. Yes, she has body dysmorphia, but she has an eating disorder. And it was just irking me to watch this interview. And I understand that they want to be nice and gentle because Tami is exposing her truth, but the truth here is Tami's not well and she has an eating disorder. I don't even know if this is the right platform to sit down and talk about this thing. She needs a professional.
We've all picked ourselves apart in some way, shape, or form. There are things that we hate about ourselves that other people may think are beautiful, and vice versa. There's things that we're like, no, I like this, and somebody's like, that's not good for you, or what's happening here. So what can we do to empower people and other women who are going through something like this?
First off, anybody that's dealing with this disorder, I would say you have to go to therapy. This is not something that you should try to tackle alone, because you really have to be willing to unlearn things that you've
I've watched this video before, yeah, and I have to tell you, it is irking my blood. Okay, Tami is sat here saying that you need to go to therapy. Like, I'm serious. Like, I just don't get it with these celebrities. Whenever they're sat down and they're talking about real life issues, they want to be giving you advice that they're not following themselves. Tami is not in therapy. Yeah? Do not try and make yourself the face of body dysmorphia or an eating disorder when you're not taking the proper steps yourself to get treatment. Like, you're going to be telling people to get treatment, sat here looking like someone that's not going to treatment. And I know it's harsh, right? But it's like she's in denial. In my opinion, she's in denial. Go get treatment for yourself. Like, we're not going to pet Tami here. It's not helping her. She's not helping.
Convinced yourself of. And that you need a specialist, a person that specializes in treating people with this disorder. Your family needs to be a support system. People on social media, like it's so prevalent now, and people just feel like they could say anything they want to say. You don't know what a person is dealing with, and technically it's body shaming on the other end of the spectrum.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When I put up a picture and you go, "You're so skinny, I hope you're not sick, I'm praying for you." Don't pray for me for something you don't understand.
Yes.
Don't pray. I don't know what the intent behind your prayers. Please don't, because you don't know what I'm dealing with. My family is my support system. My true friends are my support system. My physician is my support system. And it is a battle that I'm trying desperately to learn how to manage.
Can I tell you something though, Tami? You are beautiful.
You are.
Believe me, I've been on TV 8 seasons, and I'm just the opposite. You know,
like, I'm the opposite. I have an eating disorder too, but on the other end of the spectrum. But I understand. Okay, so Tammy's going to say that this is something that she should handle with her family. It's something that she should handle with her physician that she's not seeing. Girl, you're not seeing the physician yourself. What are you talking about? And your family, how much support are they giving you, Tami? There's a difference between support and enabling you. One thing I want us to think about here is back in the day, Tami was actually the face of a weight loss brand, right? And she actually was saying that she lost 25 pounds with this weight loss product. And now I'm looking back at it, I'm thinking, okay, Tami was using this product to lose weight because she has an eating disorder. She has a medical condition. She wasn't just losing weight because she wanted to get healthy. No, she wanted to lose weight because she has this condition that's making her believe that she needs to lose more weight than she currently has on her body. She wants to be a size 6'6". I'm sorry, I'm not going to be nice about this because I just feel like they coddled Tami too much on this TV show. Yes, speak your truth, but you're speaking about not being in treatment and advising people to be in treatment. It's just backward. We're going to watch this now.
Lose weight fast. These words are on the front of every box of Envy Clinical.
Tell her the first 2 weeks of weight loss can be the hardest.
And Envy Clinical's key ingredients are backed by 2 clinical studies.
The fast start gives you the motivation to keep going.
But does it work?
Over 5 pounds in my first 2 weeks, 25 pounds in total. You tell me.
Get off to your fastest start. Get Envy Clinical and lose weight fast.
All right, so we just watched Tammy's. We just watched Tammy's weight loss commercial, and in the commercial, we can clearly see that Tami is saying that this weight loss product let her lose 25 pounds. Knowing what we know now, that Tami has an eating disorder, can we even believe that Tami lost 25 pounds from this medication, whatever this is, weight loss supplement, right? Can we believe that's the reason why she lost weight? My feelings is that she lost weight as a combination of abusing whatever this weight loss supplement was, and also what she said, binging, purging, whatever the else she was doing, allegedly. But yeah, Tami sat down and spoke with these ladies, and a lot of her history doesn't even make sense now. There's this article that talked about Tami losing weight, and they were literally saying, Tami from Basketball Wives weight loss. How did she lose the pounds? And it was basically just trying to boost Tami for losing weight. But knowing what we know now, Tami was losing this weight because Tami, as she said by her own admission, has body dysmorphia since the age of 13, and any weight that she's lost over the years should not have been glorified. It's not a good thing. It was an indication. Obviously, we didn't know at the time, but it was an indication that something is seriously wrong with Tami, right? They're saying Tami Roman made her Basketball Wives season 7 debut looking a whole lot slimmer. It stands to reason that fans of VH1 want to know how she did it. Do we want to know how she did it? Because now we know how she did it. She did it through, as she said, right, not eating, abusing laxatives, and also vomiting out her food. That's how she done it. That's how she lost the weight. All right? Sad, but that's what happened. And here it says, it turns out that her weight loss success has a lot to do with eating habits. Yes, bad eating habits. But she also used supplements to help curb her appetite. And it's not a stretch of the imagination to believe that she actually done this, because if she has a serious eating disorder, allegedly, then it stands to reason that, yeah, she did do all of this on top of starving herself, on top of being bulimic, on top of abusing laxatives. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Like, just looking, they're glorifying Tami for losing 25 pounds with a supplement. And it's like, that's not even what was happening. It's crazy. So here we have as well, what the Sun commented, Tami's story. Tami Roman loses weight. How the Basketball Wives star lost weight, right? Tami actually even had liposuction to lose weight. And it's like, what was she losing? Like, no one taking Tami aside and saying, like, girl, you don't need lipo. You don't need all of these stuff. See, fans first saw the reality TV star undergo a liposuction procedure on camera back in 2011. Now, obviously, that's been some time, but in 2011, Tami wasn't much bigger than she was now. She didn't need liposuction. Well, she might have been a little bit bigger than she was now because she's barely anything now. But apparently, she gained back all the weight. As a result, Roman eventually reached 185 pounds and decided she needed to change. 185 pounds on a 5'9" woman is not going to look like 185 pound on a 5'3" woman. Yeah, that's not a lot of weight for her. She looked healthy. It's crazy, 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 crazy. Let's go back to finish watching this, the rest of this. Kind of got off topic, but it's like, no, Tami, not at all.
You're constantly trying to lose weight. You're constantly trying to be healthy. People don't understand the personal things that you're going through. And when I saw you, my friend, I was worried. And, you know, we text each other all the time. It was just, sis, you good? And you always tell me you good.
Yeah.
And when I saw those pictures, I was like, something's happening to my friend. So I'm just glad that you're opening up about it. Because I'm just so concerned. And I just want you to be okay.
I'm okay.
And this is the first time we really had a talk like this.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't have cancer. I'm not dying. There's no undiagnosed illness.
Because some of those people are
like,
concerned.
even being
They're
able-
concerned.
People
being
try
able
to make it all of that. And it's
show. You're not even trying to hear it. Yeah, I just don't know why Tami went on the show, because Lorne is trying to give her some genuine advice and let her know that people want to offer you prayers because they think you're sick. They think you're maybe have cancer, you're battling some unknown illness. They're concerned about you. And Tami is basically dusting it off and being like, no, I don't have cancer. I don't have an undiagnosed disease, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's none of that. And it's really concerning because it's like, you do have a condition. You have an eating disorder by literally the words you said. You have an eating disorder. That is a serious health concern. Like, how are you going to sit down and be dusting off people's concern for you? I just don't get it. Right? I feel like the whole time during this show, like even with her admitting that she had body dysmorphia, she doesn't want to admit that the real issue here is that body dysmorphia has led her to have an eating disorder, and she's not okay. Mentally and physically, she's not okay. Now, if we go back to the conversation she was having the other day where she talked about the fact that, oh, you know what? I don't want to pursue having a baby with my husband anymore. It makes sense. It makes sense. At the rate that she's at, she probably doesn't want to get pregnant because she doesn't want to get fat, right? If you have a serious issue with fat, pregnant women gain weight. And if her condition has intensified over the last few years, as we clearly see some indication that it has, because she's literally finger slim. So by that, if we look at that, Tami going on the reel the other day saying, okay, I want my husband to go find a woman, have a baby with her. It makes sense. Tami don't want to get fat. And the fact that she's even had these miscarriages, I don't even think it's hard to assume that the reason Tami miscarried is potentially because her body's not healthy. Her body isn't healthy. And it's just so annoying that if you're going to sit down and say you're telling the truth about your life or whatever, let it be truthful, because when you lay all the cards on the table, it doesn't seem as truthful as you're saying it is. Like, Tami is not healthy. Tami is not okay mentally and physically. The way her body is looking, you cannot tell me that is a healthy looking woman. People are literally, if you scroll through Tami's comments, they're literally on there asking her, Tami, are you okay? You don't look well. What's going on with you? You've lost so much weight, right? And then she sits down in a way to address these comments and concerns, but it's just to basically tell you, oh, I have body dysmorphia. Don't worry about it. It's cool. Like, I'm handling it, you know. That's for me, my family, my support system, and the physician I'm not seeing. Make it make sense. It doesn't, does it? No. And I'm a fan of Tami Roman. Like, I love Tami Roman. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. Obviously, she's not seeing that in herself, but you cannot sit down and put yourself in front of the camera to talk your truth and you're still talking a half truth. You're not admitting the real issue here. You're saying you have body dysmorphia. Like Adrian said, most of us have body dysmorphia at this point. What your real issue here is, you clearly have an eating disorder. Right? It is what it is. I don't even know if it's worth watching the rest of the video, because as I'm watching it, I'm just getting annoyed. Like, I'm sorry. I'm getting annoyed. Okay. So, let's move on from Tami. Gosh, I can't even say we're going to even take it to a more happy topic. We're taking it to good old Wendy Williams. We love Wendy. I love Wendy. Wendy has been our OG aunt on the TV. Love Wendy. But recently, Wendy has not been in good health. And Wendy hasn't been in good health for a long, long time. And it seems like Sherry Shepherd is about to take Wendy Williams' spot. They're saying that Wendy has dementia. They're saying that Wendy is wheelchair bound and she is done out here. Like, there will be no more Wendy Williams. Well, the Wendy Williams show. We're not saying Wendy's on the way out the door. We're saying she's out the door of the studio. But I love Wendy. It's just sad that this is what's happened to her. Yeah, Wendy's health has been bad for a while. I don't know if any of you remember when Wendy literally fainted on her show. She literally just passed out. That was when Wendy fainted on her show. And since Wendy has fainted on her show, what is that music playing? How random is that? Where's this audio coming from? Sorry, guys. I can't figure it. Oh, it's this video. Could not figure out where that music was coming from. But since Wendy fainted on her show, Wendy has had declining health. Wendy's literally been struggling with lymphedema. She's been struggling with what else has Wendy been struggling with? My mind just completely went blank. But Wendy's had a slew of health conditions that have been affecting her. If you don't know, Wendy has been battling with substance abuse for years. I don't know if any of you remember when she went and lived in a halfway house, a sober house, while she was trying to recover, and she just wanted to take herself away and go into the sober house. And I think it was at that point as well that her marriage was literally falling apart. Wendy has been on our TVs for years, and it's so sad to literally see Wendy go down like this. Like, how do we lose Aunt Wendy like this? Like, I thought she would have gracefully bowed out and just been like, okay, it's come to the end of my career. I've had fun. I'm going to pack away the purple chair and give this over to someone else. But literally, that's not what's happened. Wendy literally went from being the talk show host that all of us tune in to listen to hot topics and everything going on, to literally the rabbit now having the gun. Like, Wendy is now the hot topic. We're all tuning in to find out what's happening with Wendy, and it is sad. So Tasha K was the one that basically said that Wendy has dementia and Wendy literally is wheelchair bound. And everyone is speculating that she got this information from Wendy Williams' brother, Tommy. So we're going to listen to what Tasha K had to say.
Wendy Williams. I'm just going to put it out here. Wendy done. Wendy done. Wendy is done. And I don't like to say this. Lionsgate got her in a safe house, okay? She is not at her Manhattan apartment. Wendy Williams is living in a safe house away from paparazzi, and that's why when you see her getting into a car, coming from doctor's appointments, they have her in a wheelchair, okay, going from the wheelchair to the car, okay? Now, she has lost all blood circulation to the bottom of her legs and her feet, so she can't walk. Her vertigo is out of control, and she has early stages of dementia. Dementia. Okay, now, Kevin is probably quite happy about this because here's what I'm going to say about Kevin. I know for a fact that Kevin is fucking a broad in Brooklyn. Kevin is the type that needs a woman to look at him as like the man. So Sharina now is in Wendy place. And that bitch is going crazy. It's only going to be a matter of time before she's unwinding on Tasha K. What I tell you, watch what I tell you, okay?
All right, so that is what Tasha K had to say. And like I said, everyone is speculating that this came from Tommy, Wendy's brother. Now, Wendy's already told Tommy to stop talking, but evidently Tommy ain't listening. Tommy want his 5, 10, or 15 minutes of fame at this point. So I'm not a big fan of Tasha K because I think that necessarily she doesn't always speak the truth. I watch her videos nevertheless. I don't need to like you to watch your stuff. I like your content, don't necessarily like you. But Tasha K has been known to spread misinformation. But because she's been in close conversations with Tommy, we can assume that potentially she's telling the truth. I mean, we all have seen that Wendy has literally been pushed around in a wheelchair. If we Google Wendy Williams right now, we'll do that. If we Google Wendy Williams right now, we're going to see a lot of wheelchair-bound Wendy. Oh, no, they're giving us good images of Wendy. What? Oh, I'm on Yahoo. I should have done Google. But yeah, majority of the images recently that the newspapers and everything have been using have been of Wendy in a wheelchair. So it's not a stretch of the imagination to believe that, yeah, Wendy is actually wheelchair bound. With all of this going on with Wendy, it seems as though the Wendy Williams show has been auditioning other people to take Wendy's space. All of these guest hosts that we've seen coming onto the Wendy show, they've literally been looking at the ratings to see who they can move forward with because they're not going to have Wendy anymore. If Wendy's health is as bad as everyone is saying, Wendy can't come back to the show. Wendy's not physically able and she's not mentally able to come back to the show. It's sad. A lot of times if we've been watching, even with Norman has had to literally be telling Wendy, okay, this happened, that person, reminding her everything of the show. So Wendy might have been suffering from dementia long before this has just come out. A lot of people are saying they heard about this from last year, right? And can we be surprised? Wendy has gone through a lot, literally. I hate to say it, but I feel like Wendy's health declined after Mr. Hunter here, this man right over here, him. Can we get him? Kevin. After Kevin's affair was revealed and it came out that he had his new baby, Wendy's health just deteriorated from there, right? Then she had to go through a very messy divorce. Wendy didn't have a prenup. Her net worth at the time, I think, was $40 million. And without a prenup, Kevin was entitled to half of her money to go live it up with his mistress. Now, if that wouldn't make you crazy, trigger dementia, trigger you to want to go start substance abuse again, drinking, letting your legs go from bad to worse, I don't know what would. Like, Wendy kept it together as best as she could, but evidently it's not something that she could carry on doing. You know what I mean? Mentally it took a toll and physically it manifested on her. Look, fresh start. Wendy Williams' ex, Kevin Hunter's love child revealed for the first time as he steps out with mistress near Florida home. That is distressing for any woman that's given so many years to a relationship. Wendy's job is to read what's going on, right? And if she is the hot topic, she has to see this in her face all the time, right? We know that Wendy's had several miscarriages. So to have several miscarriages, and she always wanted a daughter, for your husband to then go have a daughter with a woman that he's been keeping on you all of these years, of course her health is going to go bad. We're lucky Wendy kept it together these last few months to even be on her show. Like, this is a lot to deal with. Seeing the man you thought you were going to be with for the rest of your life at 57 years old, have a whole new family, and leave you out here in these streets. Who wants to be out in these streets at 57 years old? Shit, I don't even want to be out in these streets at 30 years old. Right? And here Wendy is, used, abused, put down to one side. Of course her health is going to take a toll, both mentally and physically. 22 years of marriage, 22 years of marriage. Madness. So this is Wendy basically telling her brother Tommy, stay out of my business, Tommy. Stop talking. And Tommy, why are you talking? Tommy went on to say that he has been in contact with Wendy. This is not the case. She doesn't have dementia, and from what we know, her health isn't deteriorating. And it's like, Tommy, how do you know this? Because where did Tasha get this information that Wendy has dementia and she's wheelchair bound after the two of you sat down and done a show together? Stop talking. As Wendy said, stop talking, Tommy. No loyalty.
Tristan. Tommy, let me tell you something right now. All you are is my brother. You better stop talking the way you're talking, because now it's dripping into my comment page. See, I wasn't searching for Tommy. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was simply looking about how people felt about last week's shows, or the dresses, or the guests we had on. We do a nice production here. I'm minding my own wendyshow.com business.
Right.
And I'm seeing a lot of comments about your brother doesn't like you, or you better watch your back because your brother's on one. Or, Wendy, I can't believe you're this kind of person, or that he's pegging me to be a person that I am not. Honey, you don't want me to start pegging you to be the person that you are. With full-blown receipts. I could fill the audience with receipts.
Okay, so can we trust information that's coming out of Tommy's mouth? Can we trust what Tommy has been saying about Wendy? I don't know. I'm not disbelieving that something is seriously wrong with Wendy. She collapsed on TV. She's gone through severe trauma. Your husband cheating on you over the course of 22 years, having a love child and leaving you for his mistress and taking half of your 40 million net worth is severe trauma. Wendy has gone through a lot. So I'm not even going to say that it couldn't have triggered early onset dementia. It possibly could have. She went through a lot. But can we take everything that Tommy said with a good sense, like it's true? No, we can't, because even Wendy has told us, like, don't listen to Tommy. So I guess we'll just have to see, though. So Sherry Shepherd has had a 33 or 32% ratings increase over the Wendy Williams show. With Wendy as the host. Sherry hosting it has gained the viewership that the network is looking for. So now they're saying that Sherry is going to be the permanent replacement for Wendy. It's sad. It is just sad. Like, how can Wendy never return to the Wendy Williams show? And I seriously think it's just so out of order that the network has literally been auditioning people under the Wendy Williams show. If you wanted to audition people, why did you not go and do small segments for them on their own? Like, create little shows that you were going to go and take to different networks and see if the networks would buy them based on those hosts. Am I making sense? I feel like I'm not making sense. Let me clarify, right? What they could have done was made pilots of each of these different hosts. If Sherry wanted a show, why didn't anyone go do a pilot of a Sherry Shepherd show and take it to networks and see if they would buy it? Why are you sticking her on Wendy Williams' show and auditioning her in front of Wendy Williams' audience? What happens when it's not the Wendy Williams show anymore and it's the Sherry Shepherd show? Do you think those same audience that are tuning in because they're just waiting for Wendy to come back are still going to tune into Sherry Shepherd? Really? Because if that was the case, give Sherry Shepherd her show and don't parade her out in front of Wendy's audience to try and get Wendy's audience to buy into Sherry Shepherd. It's like the network has such a good build up from the Wendy Williams show. They're afraid to let it go. We talk about Wendy Williams having substance abuse issues, but the network have obviously got some kind of abuse issues themselves. Like, come on. You literally do not care about this woman. If you cared about this woman, you would shut down the Wendy Williams show and go and create a whole different show with a whole new host. Stop auditioning people on her show. It's so disrespectful. Like, it's just completely disrespectful of the work that Wendy has actually put in to cultivate and grow her brand. You're literally dancing on her grave before she's even dead. It's just, disgusting. So Sherry has gone on to social media and she said, "You shouted it out and the powers that be heard it." She's even taken Wendy's tagline. Like, if you listen to Wendy, you know, like, her theme song is "Shout It Out." And it's like, girl, so disrespectful. At Wendy Show asked me back, "Thank you, Wendy Williams, for giving me the chance and all of the fans for your support." I am screaming. Now, did Wendy even give Sherry the chance? I mean, if Wendy has early onset dementia, does Wendy even know much of what's going on? I know it's not severe dementia at this stage. Like, it's still, you know, she's still cognitive. She's still here a little. But does Wendy even know that the Wendy Williams show has been auditioning people to take her place? To take her purple chair? Well, they gave Sherry a golden yellow chair, but nevertheless, does Wendy know? Does Wendy know what's going on? It's so disrespectful. Does Wendy know? And if Wendy doesn't know, boy, they are taking a zippus. It's sad. It's sad. Oh, Wendy. All of the articles as well is literally just like going in on poor Wendy. Wendy will not return to the show this year as Sherry Shepherd returns. It's so sad. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Wendy deserves what is happening to her? Because a lot of people on the internet are literally saying, well, Wendy has not been the best person. She's dragged a lot of people. She's spoken badly about people. She's put out false stories. So they're saying like Wendy is deserving of everything that's happened to her. And I don't necessarily feel like she's deserving of anything that's happened to her. She had a job. She understood the assignment. She done the job. How can we sit down and say that anything negative that happened to her, she deserved it? She didn't deserve it. She doesn't deserve it. She didn't deserve her husband of 22 years to go cheat, have a love child, and take half her money on the way out. And she doesn't deserve the network literally auditioning people while her body is still warm. It's crazy. It is just crazy. Okay, so we're going to move things on. And we're going to be talking about Miss Chloe Bailey. So the internet has recently been dragging Miss Chloe Bailey because they feel like, Chloe, honey, we understand that you're sexy. We understand that you're finding your sexuality, but you're becoming a bit cringe. Like, you're doing too much and we want to vomit every time we watch your videos. I'm taking the piss. No one's saying that. But literally they're feeling like Chloe is doing too much. She's showing too much body, too much ass. Put some clothes on. We're a bit tired of it. Okay. So we're just going to watch some of what the internet is complaining about. It all started out when Chloe went and done this video. Chloe basically got 4 million subscribers. And 4 million why do I keep saying subscribers? She got 4 million followers on Instagram. And when she got the 4 million followers on Instagram, Chloe decided that she was going to make this. She decided she was going to make this video with her sucking on a lollipop and thanking her 4 million followers. And people was like, girl, you're doing too much. Why are you in a lingerie? Just go blow up some helium balloons with a 4 million sign in the background and thank your followers that way. We don't need to see you sucking on a lollipop trying to be overtly sexy. We don't want it. Right? Chloe's just been doing a lot, showing a lot of ass, showing a lot of body, and people don't like it. They don't want to see it. Put the body away, put the booty away. And obviously, Chloe got famous with her sister by the two of them going on YouTube when they were younger. I think they were 11 and 13, and they were doing covers. While they were doing covers, one of the covers they done was of Beyonce's Best Thing I Never Had and Pretty Hurts. Yeah, and it went straight from the YouTube channel to Beyonce's ears. Beyonce signed them on a $1 million contract. After that contract was signed, Chloe and Halle, her sister, literally were marketed to their age group at the time, which was fine. But now that Chloe has become a big woman, she's grown, she wants to separate herself from that childish image. And if we all remember, Miley Cyrus went through something like that as well. Miley was the face of Disney, Hannah Montana. And when Miley decided that she wanted to break away from the Disney Channel, she cut her hair short. She started smoking weed. She started hanging around with anyone that wasn't white. And she started trying to twerk, shaking what she didn't have. But she just wanted to step away from that good girl image. She wanted that, you know, good girl gone bad moment. That's only worked for Rihanna to my knowledge. But everyone want to try it, you know. Miley managed to do it after a lot of time. Chloe's just starting to do it, and it's not reflecting good. But even so, this video of Chloe that's currently playing, Chloe is in the nude. Chloe's naked, right? And she posted this video, and people are like, what's the purpose? Like, we get it. Your body looks good. You look nice. You're beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous girl. What is the point of this? No one doesn't know. Like, what is the point? We know you've got titties. We know you've got ass. Why do you need people to see you naked? People are saying it's attention seeking, and it probably is attention seeking. Her marketing team probably realized that when Chloe does things like these, like lifting the mic, showing her ass, being naked with just her hair covering her breasts, they get her followers. Men come over and they want to follow, right? And then others are saying, well, she's under Beyonce's umbrella, so she's basically becoming the new Beyonce. Here we have a picture of Chloe next to Beyonce. No one has a problem with this picture of Beyonce, but everyone has a problem with how Chloe is presenting themselves. I think maybe a lot of people are looking at it like, well, Beyonce took this picture for a marketing campaign for Ivy Park, right? Where Chloe is just thirst trapping. She's taking a picture in her mirror, posting it on social media because she's thirst trapping. So that probably is what it is. And why does Chloe need to thirst trap? Chloe has 4.2 million followers. And a lot of people are thinking as well that Chloe got this 4.2 million followers because of all of the lewd behavior that she's doing on the gram. Yeah. She has pictures of her basically half naked all the time. So that's probably why. It's just rubbing people the wrong way. She's gorgeous though. Like, girl, give me some of that body. But no, I feel it though. Like I said, when I watched the video, I was like, oh my God, it's a bit cringe. It's cringe. Can we quickly go back to Summer Walker? Can we quickly go back to Summer Walker? Sorry. I just want to go back because it's like, are we tattooing our man's name on our face? I don't see me doing it. I don't. Like, what went through Summer's mind? Why? Why, Summer? Why? No. All right, guys. Well, I am going to wrap up this show here. I've been babbling off your ear too long. Remember, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Share if you care, and I will see you guys in another video. Make sure you check out my website, www.anilbrittanny.com, and shop some lashes. And I will see you guys back here on Friday for another live. I'm still trying to get used to all of the kinks of streaming. I'm using OBS, and I have to tell you, it is not the easiest thing in the world to get used to. I'm still trying to figure out all the kinks. So hopefully on Friday, third time will be the charm. So I will see you guys here on Friday, and we will get into some more things.